Hello everybody and welcome to another video here on the CinemaSpeak YouTube channel. My name is Brad, the host of the CinemaSpeak podcast, and on today's video we're going over my August 2023 monthly Blu-ray haul. Now normally I don't do videos like this because I don't know if I'm a big fan of discussing how much I spend on Blu-rays in a month. I don't want it to seem like I'm bragging. And in the case of August 2023, I bought a lot of movies, and that would normally be a cool thing, but it's actually a cry for help. This is not cool. This is bad. It's bad for my wallet. Luckily, most of these movies were on sale, so that's a good thing. But I'm also making this video kind of in a way that it's like a tax write-off, you know? I bought these movies, but at least I made a video out of it, so I can kind of justify the purchases a little bit. But either way, probably the most movies I've ever bought in a single month. So I said, let's film it. Why not? See if people like this. And if they don't, I can delete this video forever. So you might be thinking, yeah, you bought a few movies, but how many did you really buy? You can't buy that many, right? Well, let's take a look at how many boxes of Blu-rays I had coming to my door this month. Wow. You see, I wasn't kidding. So we got a lot to go through here. But again, most of these were bought on sale. We've got the Vinegar Syndrome Summer Subscriber Week sale, which was in this box. The Kino Summer sale in this box. This box is just another random Vinegar Syndrome package. I believe this is my Camp Arrow sale package. And then finally up top here, we've got the Barnes & Noble Criterion Blu-rays, their summer sale there. So we're going to dig into all these. Some of them were purchased in July. A lot of the sales happened in July, but I didn't get the shipment until August. So we're calling this the August monthly Blu-ray haul. And what better way to start than cracking open this bad boy on the bottom here, if you can see it, the Vinegar Syndrome Summer Subscriber Week sale package. Let's get into it. Hey. So first of all, we need to acknowledge how big this box is. You know, with the Summer Subscriber Week sale, Vinegar Syndrome, they're very slow at shipping out their Blu-rays, which is totally fine. I get it. You know, they're a small-ish business, you know. They're not Sony, they're not Comcast. So I'm okay with them taking some time, but the thing with that is that you forget what you ordered. So when this giant box came to my door, I thought, how many Blu-rays did I buy? Thankfully, when I opened it up, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. There is a lot of open space in this box, but there's a lot of movies in here, let's be honest. Of course, we got to acknowledge the Vinegar Syndrome tape, the Vinegar Syndrome branded tape. Always a great touch. You know, in that box sitting at your doorstep that you got a Vincent package. Love it. So let's just dig in, and I'm not probably going to say much about a lot of these movies because I would say most, if not all of them, I've probably never even seen. So let's just get in here and take a look-see. First, let's start with the smallest bunch in this box. I'm just going to actually set the box down. We have, in this package here, we have Shriek of the Mutilated, which is a Bigfoot movie. I like Bigfoot movies, so I'm excited about that one. We have Six String Samurai, which is a Vinegar Syndrome Ultra release, which has the magnetic case here. If you can see the, there's the inside there. Very cool. The magnet, if you can kind of get it to work here. There we go. Ooh, that is sexy. And here's one I've had my eye on for a while, the Cardona collection. Is it Rene Cardona? Is that? I didn't do any research. Rene Cardona Jr., several of his films. Yeah, these are kind of, you know, I'm not even going to get into it. You get a sense of what kind of films these are, just by this cover here. And, yeah, I haven't seen them, so I'm not going to say any more. All right, now to the next bunch, the next bushel filled with bubble wrappy goodness. This is another one I've had my eye on for a while. Televised Terror, Volume 1, featuring the classic television horror films, Are You Alone in the House?, Calendar Girl Murders, and Child in the Night, starring the great Elijah Wood, who I think is in that one. But love these box sets that they do. What great... Well, so, okay, so first of all, let's just say, this artwork, not the greatest. Not crazy about the Elijah Wood on the cover, but this is amazing. That is really great. You got the 3 individual releases in there. Love it. We also have Tough Guys Don't Dance, which I've heard good things about. There's a fellow YouTuber, Michael Keane, who highly recommends this movie, and I kind of bought this not only because it was on sale, but on his recommendation. So looking forward to it. Also, Isabella Rossellini is in here, so you've got some pedigree there. And finally, we have a replacement disc and a replacement booklet for, I'll be careful with what I show here, for Showgirls. I bought the Showgirls 4K in their halfway to Black Friday sale. It wasn't on sale. It was just the pre-order. I pre-ordered it, got it in the mail, and there was an issue on the Showgirls disc, and I believe one of the names was like misprinted in this booklet, or the names were attributed wrong or something. So a couple of replacements there for the Showgirls Vinegar Syndrome 4K, Vinegar Syndrome Ultra 4K, I believe. I actually got that right over here if you want to take a look at it. I've heard some people criticize that artwork. I kind of like it, I'll be honest. To be fair, I have never seen Showgirls, so maybe it's horrible artwork for what the movie is, but I think it looks pretty nice. I dig it. So that was nice that Vinegar Syndrome sent that replacement disc and booklet. Just no, I didn't have to do anything. If I ordered straight through them, they just sent it in the mail. Unlike Criterion with their Citizen Kane fiasco, they had to record a video of you demolishing the disc. What's going on with that? What the hell was all that about? So the next bundle we have here, now the first one I bought here actually is the double feature. How the summer subscriber week sale worked is every day they had a select group of titles that were discounted. So you never knew what was going to come later in the week, what was going to be discounted the next day. So it was a fun thing where every day at noon you'd refresh and see what new titles are on sale. I believe this one here was the first title I bought. I think it was the only thing I bought in the first day's sale. With how overboard I went on everything else, I probably would have passed on it knowing what was coming, but I'm still excited to check it out. It's a double feature. It's Stanley and Horror High. Stanley and Horror High. I believe Stanley is a movie involving snakes, and I don't really know what the connection is between these two movies, but it's a double feature. Where would I categorize it on the shelf? Would it go under S for Stanley or H for Horror High? It's going to be a question that keeps me up at night for a long, long time. We also have another double feature. What do I put this under? Who the hell knows? We have Hot Snake and Guns and Guts. Or is it Guts and Guns? Guns and Guts. Both done by, not both done by, no research today. One of them done by Rene Cardona Jr. from the Cardona collection, and the other one, Fernando Duran Rojas. So a couple of, I believe, Mexican Westerns, which I'm always down for a Western, even though I hardly ever watch them. It's a genre I need to dip my toes into a little bit more. We've got a Vinegar Syndrome archive release. We have Unmasking the Idol. Unmasking the Idol. Difference with Vinegar Syndrome archive is that the slipcover is a little bit different. These are, I believe, exclusively direct-to-video titles, which is why they're the Vinegar Syndrome archive. They're brick and mortar stores, the archive, so it's like a video store kind of feel. But yeah, they have the slip like this that comes from the top to bottom or bottom to top, however you want to look at it. And my favorite part of the archive releases is, if you can see here, edition of 6,000. I've got number 4,328. How cool is that? It's very exclusive, and I like that it's actually written on there in marker. Very neat stuff. So yeah, this one, I think it's kind of like a low-budget James Bond riff. I heard a few good things about it when I bought it on sale, and ever since I've heard nothing but bad things. So who knows when I'll get to this one. But maybe my most anticipated title that I got in this sale is Out of Order, which is not a Vinegar Syndrome title. It is a partner title. It is from Decanalog, I want to say. Is that, or no, Subculture? No research. Subculture. It's a German label, I believe, who is putting several things out in the U.S. through Vinegar Syndrome as a partner label. It's a story about a group of people that get stuck in an elevator and have to survive. How cool is that? On 4K UHD, I was dying to pick this one up. So glad I finally got it. This is right up my alley. Cannot wait to watch this one. And in 4K, no less, forget about it. So thirsty. All right, the next bunch here, we have another 4K title. One day specifically, they had a bunch of 4Ks on sale. We have Mad Men, Classic 80s slasher. Never seen it, but I'm into it on 4K. We have The Beastmaster. Now, this is not the Vinegar Syndrome Ultra release with the super sweet, sexy magnetic case. This is just the standard 4K, but still comes with a slipcover. I believe the release is the same other than the magnetic case and the booklet. And I've heard great things about this one. So Beastmaster, gotta get it. Another 4K, another double feature. Where am I gonna put this one on the shelf? Who the hell knows? Schizoid and X-Ray. A couple of, I believe, Trauma horror films. No, Canon. Damn it. We have Devil's Story, which I've heard is just bonkers. And we have another Vinegar Syndrome archive release. Not really sure why I got this one, but I've heard the ratings on this one were okay. Wolfpack, which this one I have number 4002 out of 5,000. I was almost sad I didn't get 4,000, but I do like the number 4002. I like the 2 on that. 2 is a good number. And the last thing that I got in the sale, the Summer Subscriber Week sale from Vinegar Syndrome, last bunch here. What the hell is this? Oh, we have 2 Undercover Angels. And actually, no, this is another double feature. Where am I going to put these? 2 Undercover Angels, Kiss Me Monster, both directed by Jess Franco. Now, I have not seen any Jess Franco movies as far as I know, but he is a pretty prolific genre filmmaker, making everything from action to flat out smut. So definitely curious to check out some of his stuff. This is a couple early Jess Franco titles, but had to pick it up on sale. We have Forgotten Gialli Volume 4. I did really enjoy the first Forgotten Gialli set. I now own the first 4 with this one, and I have not watched 2 and 3, but yeah, I will slowly keep making my way through the titles here, and very cool set and a cool concept from Vinegar Syndrome. And last thing, we have another 4K. This one might be a tough watch. We have Ebola Syndrome, which is a Category 3 film. Yeah, Category 3. I was right. No research, baby. So that was everything I bought in the Vinegar Syndrome Subscriber Week sale. Again, all of those titles were on sale, so don't judge me too harshly. At least all that stuff was discounted. And if it's discounted, if it's super cheap prices like some of that stuff was, more than 50% off in some cases, why not buy it? It makes more sense financially to stock up when they're all on sale instead of buying them piecemeal over a long time when they're not on sale. You know what I'm saying? It just makes more sense that way. But I did have one more Vinegar Syndrome package come. These titles were not purchased on sale, at least most of them. So I don't have that excuse this time, unfortunately. Much smaller package, still got the tape there. Let's dig into it. Try not to cut myself. How the hell do you open this thing? Gotta be like Danny Ocean to crack into this case. Alright, we're just ripping it, I guess. I don't know. Screw it. As long as the movies are inside, who cares about the box? Alright, I thought we were in, but nope. Alright, so we got a few releases in this one. We gotta speed this up. We're gonna be here forever. We have 2 TerrorVision titles. Now, TerrorVision, previously a partner label with Vinegar Syndrome, no longer a partner label, so these titles were on sale. We have Norway. That slip feels, wow. That feels good. And Killing Spree. Norway and Killing Spree. 2 TerrorVision titles. The only other TerrorVision title I had was the WNUF Halloween Special. I am interested in digging into more TerrorVision releases because, say what you will about them breaking off from Vinegar Syndrome, whatever, whether it's good choice, bad choice, I don't know. But they have been very exciting and transparent since they've broken out of Vinegar Syndrome as a partner label. They recently did a live stream where they talked about some of their upcoming releases and very forthcoming behind the scenes look with the people at TerrorVision. There's only 4 or 5 of them. Very cool company. So I do want to continue buying titles from them just to support them in that regard. This one is about a dancing vampire, and this one is a guy going on a killing spree. What more do you need? And then I did buy 2 more titles that were potentially going out of print, at least the limited editions of, and I did not want to miss out on. We have Villages of the Damned, 3 horrors from Spain. I mean, with that cover, no wonder this thing is selling like hotcakes. Very cool release. They They did put it in upside down. That was how it was. It was upside down. 3 films in one set here. It's all in one case, which, okay, whatever. But also you get a very cool little booklet there. You can flip through some pages. Very nice. And then the last thing I have, Lord help me pronouncing this name, Pyotr Sulskin's Apocalypse Tetralogy. Love that artwork. Very cool. This is a Vinegar Syndrome Labs release. I actually own one other Vinegar Syndrome Labs. Where is it? Over here. Let's grab it. Flesh and Fantasy is another VSL, Vinegar Syndrome Labs, which is basically like Vinegar Syndrome releasing stuff that isn't totally in line with what Vinegar Syndrome normally releases. Like Flesh and Fantasy is a horror film from the 40s. Usually Vinegar Syndrome doesn't go back quite that far, so that's why it was given the Vinegar Syndrome Labs treatment. This one, I think, is he a Swedish filmmaker or... might even be another country. I don't know. But either way, I think 4 films from him. He's a Polish filmmaker. Polish. Again, no research. And all, I think, having something to do with the apocalypse. I don't know. But I've heard really good things, and I watched the trailer for this release. And let me tell you, these movies look like my bag, if you know what I'm saying, right? All right, so that was all the Vinegar Syndrome titles. Let's take a look at the Kino titles here that I bought. Didn't go crazy in the Kino sale, but I got a few good things here. A lot of 4K releases. Not all 4Ks, though. We have a 4K of The Score with Robbie De Niro and Edward Norton. Never seen The Score, but it's Kino 4K. You got to do it. Violent City, Charles Bronson film. There was another Charles Bronson film that was on sale. This is Blu-ray only, by the way. And I actually really wanted that Charles Bronson film. It was something about a train, something about a runaway train. I don't know. Seemed a little more up my alley. I missed out. It sold out of the sale, at least, before I made my purchase. So I went with this other Charles Bronson film. Had some good ratings on Letterboxd, so why not? Orson Welles' Touch of Evil, one of the greatest films of all time, so I'm told. I, of course, watched the opening scene of it in one of my film studies classes, as I'm sure everybody who takes a film studies class will. Every intro course, we gotta watch the opening scene. You gotta do it. Never seen it, though. Another greatest film of all time, and another one I haven't seen, but I can assure you is one of the greatest films of all time. Indecent Proposal with Robert Redford, Woody Harrelson, and is Demi Moore? Yeah, Demi Moore. Another one of the greatest films of all time, and another one I haven't seen. This one's actually kind of embarrassing. I haven't seen Serpico with Al Pacino. Haven't seen it. Let's move on. Another greatest film of all time with Bruce Campbell, Terminal Invasion, right? Terminal Invasion from director Sean S. Cunningham of Friday the 13th fame. I do believe this is a Sci-Fi Channel original movie, and that is, I used to watch the Sci-Fi Channel original movies like every Saturday night, and they're so bad, but there's so many that I have nostalgia for that like I would love to have like be put out on Blu-ray physical media. Ice Spiders, if anybody would do a release of Ice Spiders, I would be over the moon. We have The Longest Yard on 4K, The Usual Suspects on 4K. Just gonna move right past that one. In the Heat of the Night on 4K, and not on 4K, but on Blu-ray without warning. Apparently aliens are real from what people in the government say. I don't know. I'm not following it. But apparently aliens are real, so let's do a little research with this alien movie. All right, whatever. Who cares? The only non-boutique releases I bought the 4K of The Prestige, which I'm going through and rewatching all of Christopher Nolan's films because I just loved Oppenheimer so much. I was just on a Nolan kick. And I've only seen The Prestige once, so I'm overdue for a rewatch, and I got to do it in 4K. And my number one movie of 2021, Sean Baker's Red Rocket, which I loved, and I didn't own it yet, and I was looking for something to tack on to my order of The Prestige to get free shipping on Amazon because I don't have Prime because I'm cheap like that, so I ordered Red Rocket. Clearly, I'm cheap because of all these movies I buy. And then I did buy some stuff in the Arrow sale. Didn't go overboard, but got a few things. We have Deadly Games, which I haven't heard many good things about, but it's a horror film involving board games which sounds amazing. So I had to check it out. We got Black Sunday with Robert Shaw, and I believe Bruce Dern is in there. Yeah, from director John Frankenheimer. Disaster film. I heard it's very good. Along with the Vinegar Syndrome Essential. No, not Essential. Forgotten Gialli films. I've been purchasing the Arrow Video Giallo Essential box sets, and we have the Giallo Essentials white box set containing The Night Evelyn Came Out of the Grave, The Suspicious Death of a Minor, and The Iguana. What the hell does that say? The Iguana with the Tongue of Fire. The Iguana with the Tongue of Fire. So these ones I'm way behind on watching, but I'm still buying them because you gotta buy. Once you buy one of these box sets, you can't miss out on one. Otherwise, you're gonna have a gap in your collection, and then I won't be able to sleep at night. I mentioned earlier how I want to watch more Westerns, so let me put my money where my mouth is. I bought the Vengeance Trails box set. Contains 4 classic Westerns. I don't know how classic they are, but one of them, I believe, is done by Lucio Fulci, if I'm not mistaken, which I love Fulci. I could be mistaken. I'm looking at the back of the box. Where's he at? Where's he at? Fulci. Yes. Fulci did one of these, so there we go. Got to buy it for Fulci at least. We have Mill of the Stone Women. Don't know too much about this one. It's kind of a classic horror film, but I kind of wanted it just because it still had the limited edition Blu-ray set with the booklet in there, and I just love Arrow's hard box releases. Like, so good. And last but not least, we have a Jackie Chan, Sammo Hung film, Heart of Dragon. Heart of Dragon. You know, there's a lot of Jackie Chan stuff I haven't seen. Most of what I've seen, I love. So I just want to keep dipping my toe into that Jackie Chan pool. And last but not least, maybe the boutique label that is the one that some people only care about. Probably easily the most popular Blu-ray company out there. We have Criterion, their sale. I bought The Last Temptation of Christ. Scorsese, one of the greats, and we have his new movie coming out, so I said I gotta buy some Scorsese films that I haven't seen. And I will say, this one, the disc was loose when I bought it, so I'm hoping there weren't no scratches on this thing, if you know what I'm saying. We have The Fisher King, which I believe is a 4K. That's the one thing about the Criterion releases I'm not crazy about, is you can't really differentiate the 4Ks from... Actually, there's a little damage on this one. There's a little... I think... Is that damage? Maybe it's just part of the case. Anyway, The Fisher King from Terry Gilliam. I've seen once. Would like to watch it again. I'm buying a lot of Terry Gilliam Criterions because I'm hoping to get into a Terry Gilliam mood soon. So I also bought Time Bandits 4K, which I have seen before, and Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, Blu-ray only, which I have seen before. Ooh, another loose disc. You hear that? Ooh, yikes. We have to perform an emergency operation right now and check and make sure that disc is gonna survive. Hang in there, buddy. We're coming. Making the incision now. He's bleeding out. Ooh. I think we're gonna be okay. There might be a little scratch there, but with my luck, this will get announced for a 4K release next week anyway, so... whatever. We have a film from last year that I didn't love, but the 4K of Triangle of Sadness. Really big fan of Ruben Östlund, but I have to say, out of the films of his I've seen, this is actually my least favorite of his, so kind of odd that it was the one that got the Criterion treatment. I think Force Majeure is way better, but this was still very good, just, you know, not a masterpiece. Got another Scorsese film. Very excited about this one. I know a lot of people are hyped about this one. 4K of After Hours. And last but not least, the final purchase of the month. We have Thelma and Louise from Ridley Scott, the 4K of that. I have seen that film. It's been a while, though. And yeah, Ridley Scott, he's also got another movie coming out this year. So got to do some rewatches on these great directors' filmographies. You know, these directors are getting old, so you got to watch their movies now so you can establish that you were a fan in their lifetime of them. You know, like, become a fan now. Don't wait until they, you know, pass away, which hopefully is a long time off. So that's going to do it. I mean, a lot of movies there. I'm not going to count them all, but there was a heck of a lot. If you enjoyed this video, maybe I'll continue to do monthly Blu-ray updates. I'll see. But do not expect them to ever be as large and extensive as this video was. Like, this This was a one-off, okay? I've never bought this many movies in 1 month. Never bought this many movies in 3 months, let alone one. But thanks so much for watching. Again, my name is Brad, the host of the Cinema Speak podcast. We've got, a handful of videos here on YouTube, but our main thing is a weekly podcast that we post on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify. Just search for Cinema Speak. New reviews every single week, always a lot of fun. But make sure you also subscribe on here. Tell me about some movies you recently purchased in the last month. Let me know if you'd like me to continue doing any Blu-ray haul videos. Do the thing, like and subscribe, do that thing. But thanks so much for watching, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.